will have the inside going into the first chicane. So this is going to be interesting.
A bit of an ugly start, this one, for a rolling start, though. Formation was much cleaner with the whole field banked up on the approach to the green flag. Are we going to get a green flag? We do. The race will be on. And away goes Antunes. Tony Quinn, second in the championship last year, will be up the inside. Is he going to be brave enough to go there? No. Oh, Antunes goes barreling over the curbs, and Paul Kelly hard into the fence. And the Ferrari gets cleaned up by the 650S as well. A massive pile-up in the centre chicane. Hovey's Ginetta's in there. The second of the Ferraris is involved as well.
Steve Johnson's in there as well. Tony Wall's in the McLaren.
Paul Kelly came bouncing over the curbs, went hard into the fence, came back onto the track, had a nasty impact with a few cars. Thankfully, Kelly's out of his Ferrari, and that's Winslow, I think, who's also been involved. Nasty accident at the start of the race. Peter Fitzgerald, damage to the front of the Audi. And yellow flags and safety car boards being showed at the moment. And Tony Wall's involved in this one, and that is heartbreaking to see because he has been dynamite this weekend.
Yeah, look, Tony's obviously new to the category this weekend, and obviously great to see him out there in the 650S. And look, he'll be obviously gutted to have that happen in that first chicane.
Michael Hovey, who's been batting way above his average this weekend in terms of where that Ginetta should be. He has been driving the wheels off that thing. He's involved. Elliot Barber, who's been helping out Nathan Antunes this weekend, watching on from the pits. And it's so disappointing when you see these kind of cars torn up on the first lap. It's a tight area. The Camaro is weaving its way through.
That Ginetta of Michael Hovey is actually new to the championship this weekend as well. It's the G55. It actually runs the same Nissan quad cam V8 that we see in the Kelly Racing cars down there, and that's an outright car. Again, a car that's got a lot of potential. And as the season goes on and Michael gets up to speed with that car, again, that's going to be a car that you'll see at the front. But here's the replay of what happened, and obviously it all goes wrong for Paul Kelly coming into this first chicane.
Cold tyres, the upset with the balance of the car when it comes off the curbs. Probably what caused this one. Antunes was being courteous and trying to give Tony Quinn some room. Quinn was also being courteous and taking the inside curb, desperate to not run into each other. And it's the car in third that we're watching, the Ferrari 458 Italia. Wow, Antunes was way up on the curbs, but that was all to avoid contact with Quinn. Car 27 is the one that we're watching. Trass Family Motorsport taking pole position this weekend. Talk us through what happens here, Warren.
Look, these GT cars are very stiff, and obviously as he's had to run the curb there at turn 2, you can see now he's starting to lose the rear of the car. And pretty much all from here on, poor old PK was really just a passenger. It's come right around, and as we can see, obviously now heading straight to the wall.
There's absolutely nothing he can do by this stage. The tyre wall on the inside grabs the front of the Ferrari, and that's what sent it back out onto the racetrack. I mean, that wall is there, obviously, to stop people from having a head-on, or the tyres are there to stop people from having a head-on with the concrete. That is a massive impact still. And there's only one place that this Ferrari is going, and that's into the traffic.
Tony Walls was the first one onto the scene here, and as the Ferrari flicks back out, makes contact with the 650S, and then obviously the road's now blocked.
Oh, got him right in the right rear.
Peter Fitzgerald, big impact to the front of that Audi there. Steve Johnson behind is trying to go to the other side of it to see if he can get around, but unfortunately there's no room there either, and Stevie J was just an innocent victim, as so many were in this incident. You can see Michael Hovey there in the background. He sustained damage to the front of his vehicle as well.
Massive impact as the Ferrari digs into the right rear. And did the objective McLaren dig in on the left side as well? Oh, unfortunately, I think it did. Stephen Johnson will be devastated. He was so looking forward to today, a chance to prove his worth in GT cars. He wants to race in the World Endurance Championship or the Blancpain Championship over in Europe. And he doesn't have a chance to show off his talents. This is riding on board with Mees. He goes up the inside of Hovey. Watch up ahead as the Ferrari bounces over the curbs. Now Mees got away with one here, which is lucky because he was behind Fitzgerald. Oops.
Very lucky for Christopher Mees there. We see the McLaren spearing off there. Fitzgerald had gone already into the back of the 650S, and at speed, this is frightening. Man, we're talking about cars that cost $500,000 here. And
going into the wall extremely hard. Let's break it down once again. You're riding on board with German GT superstar Christopher Mies. We said it was an ugly start, but I was more worried about what was happening at the back. And it was the guys at the front, probably for the best that we didn't have everyone banked up on top of each other in the end.
Look, it could have been so much worse, as you said, if everyone had been banked in there. But watch from Christopher Mies' position here. He was the lucky one in this situation to be able to get away completely unscathed.
That was psychic from Christopher Mies. He was on the brakes almost as soon as that Ferrari cracked sideways.
Yep.